Before we had children, my husband was working a job in northern Michigan while I was studying to finish my degree. My studies were done mostly from home, so I spent many hours in a cozy chair reading my textbooks, studying, and writing papers. I truly enjoyed this kind of learning, but I remember how many days I would study hard through the day until about 4 p.m. By then, my brain felt full, and I really wanted to set the books aside until the next day. I was ready to see my husband and transition into the evening, but he rarely got off that early. So what was I supposed to do with my time? Within the next few years, our son and then our daughter were born. My studies were complete, so I spent my days with a baby and an active toddler. Again, by 4 o'clock each day, I really felt ready to put the day behind me and move into the evening. But it wasn't really evening yet. It was an awkward time every day. What was I supposed to be doing? During that particular time of life, while we were having toys spread across the carpet like a field of landmines, my 4 o'clock activity became vacuuming. It required that I cleared the floor of all the debris. I'd pull out the vacuum and enjoy the loud hum that drowned out my negative thoughts. It got me moving and my heart rate up a little. And by the time I was finished, it left those beautifully satisfying carpet lines all over the carpet. So then I was ready to press on with dinner preparations and enjoy a positive evening. In this season, again, I have been faced with the 4 o'clock blues. I wonder if I'm the only one who struggled with the 4 o'clock hour. Perhaps there's another time of day that tends to be particularly difficult for you. Is it a transition time like mine? Or maybe your struggle comes at the beginning of the day when you have to decide to not hit the snooze button, but get up and start the day the way you really want to start the day. Maybe your toughest time of day is at the very end of the day when everything is quiet and you're tired. Whenever it is, here's my tip for today. It is identify your tough time and be ready for it. You've heard the phrase, knowing is half the battle. If there tends to be a consistently difficult time for you, like there is for me, being aware of this battle gives you the edge that you need to prepare for it. The battlefield is in the mind. The battle is the moment of decision. What will you do in the tough moment? What is your temptation and how will you overcome it? My temptation at 4 o'clock is to sit on the couch and read a magazine, or stare at the ceiling thinking about everything I didn't get done today, everything that still needs to get done, and try to figure out what we should have for dinner, but how I just don't feel like doing it. I have to overcome those thoughts and emotions and get up. I find it helpful to identify activities that take a little time, a little energy, and have clear results that I can accomplish fairly easily, like vacuuming. I have to compel myself to keep making decisions like what to prepare for dinner and then do it. This helps me get through my 4 o'clock blues. So how will you be an overcomer? What does your daily battle against the blues, when does your daily battle against the blues typically come? What is your plan to push through it, to thrive in it? What's your plan for having a great day all day? So today was the 5th day in this series, 10 tips for thriving in isolation. We've covered a lot this week. The first day we talked about the encouragement to simply get up. Don't let isolation and social distancing weigh you down and stick you in a chair. Decide to be active, productive, seeing opportunities and taking them. So what have you done this week to get moving? Tuesday's message was a reminder of the gift of rest. Choose to embrace this difficult season by developing a rhythm of fully retreat, fully advance, and then repeat. Have you begun to find a rhythm? How has this practice affected your days? Next, we talked about the importance of routines in life. Have you been able to reimagine new routines? Has it begun to help you and perhaps your family know what to expect each day? Has it decreased your restlessness? Yesterday, I urged you to be conscientious about the sounds you're letting into your home and to be intentional about the sounds you choose to surround yourself with. Choose to fight feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and fear by turning off all the negative inputs in the world. Fill your home and your heart and your mind with goodness, truth, and beauty. Sing, dance, learn, worship. Normally, this time of year, many of us would be attending services, remembering the death and celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. It's a holiday during which we usually gather with our loved ones to remember the gift of life we have because of Jesus. This year, we are experiencing the loss of the traditions that help us remember and celebrate. Loss can lead to grief. You may be feeling grief over these losses this year, but please remember that though traditions are good in that they help us remember so that we can celebrate, they are not the reason for remembering and celebrating. Our reason for this special weekend remains. Jesus, the Son of God, was born, lived, died, and rose from the dead. We serve a living, risen King who is offering life to you, abundant life. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I, Jesus, came to give you abundant life." Don't let your spiritual enemy steal your weekend of remembering, kill your joy, or destroy your celebration. Defy him and find new ways to remember and celebrate the resurrection. Have an abundantly wonderful weekend worshiping our King and celebrating life. Let your soul be blessed. I will see you again right here at blessmysoulstudios.com on Monday morning. He is risen.